Welcome viewers to the Saturday, March 23rd, 2024 Weekend News Roundup. I am Kamal Haynes, bringing the latest out of the British Virgin Islands. Following Deputy Governor David Archer Jr.'s threat to pursue legal actions over defamatory statements made on MIKA Barry's Facebook page, the social media entertainment platform issued a public apology earlier this week. MIKA Barry, known for its controversial style entertainment through online videos, found itself embroiled in further controversy after allegations surfaced linking Deputy Governor David Archer Jr. to the show's portrayal of government official one. Following the airing of the episode, Archer vehemently denied the claims, labeling them as defamatory while threatening legal action. In response, MIKA Barry's Facebook page released a statement on Tuesday acknowledging the seriousness of the situation and expressing a willingness to take accountability for any inaccuracies presented in the referenced video. The statement highlighted the reliance on sources and fans for providing information, acknowledging that not all information received may be accurate. The page also admitted to charging fans an extra fee for all information found to be inaccurate following investigations. While they said, and I quote, "The staff and production crew of MIKA Barry would like to issue an apology to the Deputy Governor David Archer for such accusations. Our source that provided us with such information will be dealt with and may be exposed if the penalty fine is not made," end quote. Further to the apology, MIKA Barry announced that it would be permanently departing effective March 19, 2024. This departure marks the end of an era for the show, which has garnered a significant following over the years. A government official one initially surfaced in the arrest affidavit of former Premier Andrew Foy for their role in allegedly facilitating the passage of illicit drugs through the BVI's waters. The identity of government official one is yet to be known even after the conclusion of Foy's trial, where he was found guilty of 4 counts relating to conspiracy to import cocaine into the United States, conspiracy to commit money laundering, attempted money laundering, and interstate travel in aid of racketeering. Caribbean Cellular Telephone Limited welcomed its latest technology advancement through the introduction of eSIMs services for the BVI community. The 284 Media caught up with the retail services manager Jamali Thomas on the heels of the announcement.
Today we're happy to announce that we finally have eSIM available. This is something that we've been working on ever since Apple announced the new lines of iPhone that has eSIM only. A lot of our customers have been asking for it for quite a while, so we're very excited to announce that CCT now have eSIM available. So for those customers who want to activate their eSIM phone, please flood our stores right now because you can get your eSIM right now. For the customer itself, I mean, it's not going to be anything much different. I'm sure they have a lot of technical differences behind the scene, but it's pretty much like activating a regular SIM for us in the store. There's just one small step that's different. In terms of the service and experience, you're going to still get that reliable first world CCT experience, but it's just a different way of delivering the service over the eSIM technology itself. The customer does not need to physically come into the store. We're working on a process to have it done over email. The process takes about the same amount of time that it would take to activate a regular SIM. What you're not going to be doing is going into the phone and open up the customer's SIM tray. There's a process where you have to scan the QR code to activate this eSIM. It takes about anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. Really quick process. Our goal is to stay on top with the technology, the evolving technology, making sure that we have all these different technology available for our customers and continue to grow the company and being able to offer the newest and the latest to our customers. So it's part of our goals, yes.
But it's very simple. Any questions?
eSIM is here! Owner of Motions Daycare and Preschool, Mrs. Kenisha SPRAUVE, added Arthur to her name following the publication of 2 children's books. But the books, Kimmy Goes to the Beach and Kimmy Goes Island Hopping, will officially be launched on Sunday, March 24th from 1 to 5 p.m. at the Noah Lloyd Positive Action Movement Park. In a recent interview with 284's Ron Grant, SPRAUVE provided some background on how the books came about.
Writing a book is something that I always wanted to do, but I just never had the time. I never had the energy. So it was something that was in the back of my mind, but I knew it would not come out into fruition. But I met Stella Mays, and she said to me, we were talking on a different note, and she said, you need to write a book. And I said, yeah, sure. And I laughed it off, and I didn't think about it again. And she called me and she said, I said, you need to write a book. She said, God is telling me that you need to write a book. And I said to her, I don't have the time. I don't have the time to go and find out, to outsource, to find where to do illustrations, where to get the books printed. I'm swamped. I really don't have the time. She said, don't worry. She said, you write the book, come up with the illustrations, and I'll do everything else. And I said, okay. And honestly, I went and I laid down and I was like, why she don't leave me alone? And I picked up my phone and I said, let me see, let's just try. And I just started writing and I said, I want, if I'm going to do this, I want to do it simple enough that my emotions children can sit through the whole book.
Okay.
And I started writing and it happened, and and I'm happy that she pushed me to that point.
She also spoke about the impact she hopes the books will have on students.
I have parents who would come and ask me, like, how do you find the time? I have one and I can't find the time. But some of my students have gotten the book already and they're excited about it, and I'm excited about them having it. I think that a lot of times when we read books, especially for that age, we don't find books with people who look like us or places that look like where we live. So looking at the books and seeing people who look like their mommy and daddy, look like their grandparents, seeing the beach that they often visit, I think that creates an excitement for them.
SPRAUVE said the book launch will be one with a twist, specifically for children and families to enjoy.
Again, because it's a children's book, I don't want it to be a regular book launch. I want the children to be there. I want the children to have fun. I want them to have bouncy castles and face painting and cotton candy and popcorn and the work, so that they can enjoy the book launch as well. So it's for them.
Well, she also shared information on the cost and various avenues to purchase the books.
Right now, the books are available on Amazon.com, Walmart, BarnesandNoble.com. It's also available on Apple eBooks, and it will be available at the book launch and on Island. So if you get the books off of Amazon, they range between Amazon and the other providers that I listed, they range between $15.99 to $25, depending on which one you choose in terms of soft copy, hard copy.
Understood.
There are also ebooks for the Kindle versions for less. Once they get on Island, they will be $20 for them on Island.
SPRAUVE also gave some encouragement to the other young professionals on following their dreams and becoming an author. Viewers, for the full interview, visit all 284 media platforms. When we return, more local news.
Angie, how can I get my claims paid quick? Rent's due next week.
CG processes 99% of claims within 5 days. Remember when I was hang gliding with those goats? I caught a gust of wind and flew right into a moving car. Every appendage was in the cast, and they paid fast and fairly. That's what I get for trusting a man with a mustache and an eye patch. Now I gotta go. I'm meeting the guy who bedazzled my toes.
99% of claims are processed within 5 days. CG Insurance. Good like that.
Yo, everything good there?
Why? This thing got me one way, daddy.
What do you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What do you really? Hey, this ain't like you, know?
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out of trouble me.
Wow. What's your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hooked, I tell you.
Welcome back, viewers. The HLSCC Community College Career Fair in its second year has been considered a resounding success after several students capitalized on the opportunity to engage and network with a number of local employers. 284 Media was on the ground. The event provided job seekers with a bustling environment filled with several opportunities in various industries within the Virgin Islands. Denise James, transfer counselor at the HLSCC Community College and the organizer of the event, provided insight into some of the goals of the career fair.
Today is all about getting our students, our alumni, and our community the opportunity to meet with businesses and different organizations that have jobs that are available. It's also about networking and ensuring that the community and, of course, what we call our community partners are able to engage with our students. So that's another thing that's very important. The career fair was mainly an opportunity to bring everyone under one roof, and that we've been able to do.
The Recovery and Development Agency, in its second year at the event, revealed that approximately 33 students expressed interest in joining its internship program. Speaking on behalf of the agency was Chief Executive Officer Anthony McMaster, who spoke about the key role played by the RDA in developing the future of the territory.
Yes, it's important that we continue to exhibit the talent and the opportunities for youngsters around the territory, because as the motto says, we're building for a brighter future, not just for ourselves but for the generations to come. And as you can see with all the different levels of activities that's going on within the territory, some negative, some positive. So we're hoping to be on the positive stream of things and giving the young people an opportunity to look at an alternate life, whether they want to go into construction, as the RDA signifies, but beyond construction, we also have other opportunities such as accounting, procurement, marketing, public relations. Those are all opportunities that we offer at the RDA, and we would obviously like to be able to extend that to the younger community, younger persons who have an interest in seeking avenues where they may have interest in furthering themselves.
Front desk supervisor of Naniki Resort, Jillian, spoke about the different jobs within her organization and the role the company played in shaping her career.
I think Naniki acknowledges the programs. Like for me personally, I came and I graduated from here in 2015, and I did an internship at Naniki at the hotel. And because Naniki was interested in me and wanted to encourage me, they allowed me to come after I graduated, and I'm still here 9 years after. So I would say that Naniki encourages, and Naniki is one of the companies that will call you back and say, come and work for Naniki. Let's help develop you. We want you to be interested in the hospitality industry.
Also offering students and attendees various job and internship opportunities was locally owned telecommunications company CCT. Executive Assistant Akisha Robinson said she witnessed improvements in those students and job seekers who participated in the career fair in 2023.
CCT was very eager to be invited to HLSCC's career fair another year, like he said, in 2024. We were here in 2023. And some of the differences that were highlighted today were actually remarkable ones. I've had students that I interacted with last year revisit the stall again this year, and I have seen immense growth, not just in their resumes, because a few of them have written over their resumes, but even in the way that they speak. So we've done a few on-site interviews or mock interviews to give them an opportunity to wet their feet in that realm, and they performed exceptionally well. Another difference that I noticed that's remarkable is the amount of vendors that were in attendance today. The community, the business community, is really stepping up and answering the call of HLSCC and trying to bridge that gap between collegiate students completing their collegiate time and stepping into the workforce.
As it pertains to the students, Deontay Lowenfield and Jaden George both expressed interest in the RDA's internship program, noting that it was one of the standouts at the career fair.
It has been great. I got to meet different businesses, organizations that are able to give me the opportunity to gain some level of experience as it pertains to internships or full-time jobs in my major in business administration. resource is, but I'm still looking.
I find the career fair to be really nice. It's actually my first career fair. I got to meet different businesses. I found the RDA of all to be the most intriguing basically, because those are one of them that offers internships for students graduating and who are still in college. So I find that to be great. One of the roles that they offer I found was anyone dealing with, well, who is interested in event planning. And I want to be an interior designer, and I also love event planning, and I can also portray my creativity in the event planning.
Meanwhile, student Decoy Farrington said he was happy to be provided the opportunity to meet with prospective employers. He said he had signed up with multiple employers to aid his goal of gaining work experience.
It's been good. To be honest, I don't sign up for like 4 places so far. This make like basically the 5th one, so it's going good so far. I get to see jobs that I've been looking forward to.
And what is your interest as a aspiring young gentleman who obviously is looking to get into the workforce?
I'm just looking for experience and learning new things I didn't know before, So anything that any of these jobs could give me, I will just take it as knowledge to better myself in life.
Reporting for 284 News, I am Kamal Haynes. Neil Hayes, recently elected as the president of the BVI Cricket Association, announced his intentions to spearhead a comprehensive 5-year plan aimed at elevating cricket in the Virgin Islands to new heights. Hayes, who assumed the presidency following elections on Saturday, March 9th, is joined by a newly elected executive team comprising Richard Francis as vice president, MIKA Johnson as assistant secretary, Vachel Percival as treasurer, Marcia Fredericks Nicholson as assistant secretary, Sanjay Greenidge as public relations officer, Ebony Williams and Craig Grant as committee members. In his first interview with 284 Media since assuming the office, Hayes unveiled plans to formulate a strategic roadmap for the future of cricket in the territory. He emphasized the importance of input from both the board and the wider cricket community in shaping the development agenda, noting that it ranks high on the new board's list of priorities.
Priorities are, we just need a plan. I think cricket needs a plan. It needs a plan for the next 5 years. And how do we build a plan? Well, that's not really down to me. That's down to the cricket community. And I think, our role as the board is to engage with the cricket community, seek their input, ask the clubs what their priorities are, and then we can build a plan that we can commit to for 5 years and work to that. And then also people can hold the board, a board accountable for that, right? And whether they're delivering against that plan. And I think that's what, in my view, needs to happen for us to have a productive, not just a productive season, but, productive seasons ongoing. And, there are lots of different conversations. Like I said, some clubs want to see kids cricket prioritised. Other clubs want to see better facilities, some want, more prize money, and really what we have to do is just listen to the clubs and see what the priorities are, and then we can lay down a really good plan for, I think, the next 5 years.
When asked about his decision to pursue the presidency, Hayes expressed confidence in his vision to achieve the necessary objectives to propel cricket in the Virgin Islands forward.
What's on my mind is it's a very difficult thing to have a cricket association that doesn't get a lot of funding outside of the very generous sponsorship that some of the businesses here provide us. The positions, like I said earlier, the volunteer positions, and everybody that's volunteered, as I understand it, always has a job. So they're doing that as almost like a second job. And it's a lot to take on board. I think it's a lot of work for people. It's a lot of commitment. It definitely isn't an easy, when I talk to the previous president and everybody that's been involved, some of those guys have put an awful lot of work into cricket here. And my view, and the reason I put my hand up, is I think for the good of cricket, for the future of cricket, we need more people involved. Actually, I think we need to think about the structure of how we manage that, and we need to be realistic about what our expectations are, and we need a plan. And I'm very happy to be somebody that I think can put some energy into trying to create a plan, create a structure, engage some people, so that we've got enough people to make a bright future for cricket.
Hayes also commended his fellow board members, highlighting their collective expertise and dedication to the betterment of cricket in the BVI.
to everybody that put the hand up, like that's I think a pretty brave thing to do, you know, and volunteer to say, look, I'll take this on, and in my spare time, you know, try and do something to contribute to cricket. So I think, you know, they're pretty brave to do that because it's quite a big undertaking, and you see that from previous members of the board. I mean, look at somebody like MIKA Johnson. She's been involved for a long time. She knows, you know, her eyes are wide open. She knows how much work it takes. You know, cricket, I think, is very lucky to have somebody like MIKA able to play a part in that. You know, I think everybody there has got a lot of passion for cricket, and that was quite clear in the elections. You know, there was some really good, really less so much with the elections, but more just a discussion about cricket. You know, there's so much passion from, you know, the representatives, and that's really important. You know, I think if you had a quiet audience where everybody sits and doesn't say anything in those kind of meetings, then that would be a bigger concern. And I think it's great that the new members of the board were, in my view, were all very vocal in those discussions. They all had opinions. They've all got, you know, they want to see things better. And I think, you know, we just need to kind of bottle that passion and put it into a plan to make cricket move forwards.
Addressing the challenge of securing sponsorship, Hayes revealed plans to introduce innovative strategies aimed at attracting increased and more meaningful sponsorship to support the sport. By diversifying funding sources and cultivating partnerships, he aims to bolster financial support for cricket initiatives in the territory. But the election of Hayes signals a renewed commitment to the sport's growth and development following the sudden resignation of former President Virendra Bharat. Viewers, you can view that full interview on all Twit4 media platforms. Well, up next, viewers, more local news on the entertainment scene.
He hit me. Will CG cover this?
Don't worry. Remember when I was in that competitive arm wrestling circuit? 3-time champion, baby. I did feel bad crushing all those arms and dreams. So I took them all out for ice cream. And then we got crushed. Anyway, CG handled my claims fast.
That explains the arm.
The best cover for the best value. CG Insurance. Good like that.
Across the BVI, the fastest, most reliable, and affordable fiber internet service is here for you. Look out for fire in these new locations: Slaney, Duff Bottom, Manual Reef, Seacoast Bay, Albion, Hannah's, Palestina, Pleasant Valley, and Havers. Fiber is in your area. Call 444-4444 or visit a CCT store to find out more and bring it home. More locations coming soon.
Welcome back, viewers, and thank you so much for sticking with us. Last Saturday, 4 young contestants took the stage in the Virgin Gorda Easter Festival Prince and Princess Show. Well, here's a look at their exceptional performances throughout the event.
Accentuate his jacket, and to complete this ensemble is his pair
that's it for today's Weekend Roundup. Be sure to follow us for daily news updates at 284media.com and like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Kamal Haynes. Have a safe and enjoyable weekend. Bye-bye.